I pray for my sins.
Good. To venerate one's sins, one can go into many layers. Pray tell, who are you?
I am Mr. White. That's what I like to call myself, but my real name is Thomas. Thomas White.
Pray tell, what do you do here, Thomas?
I've come to earn my faith, and I see this as a peaceful place, and I also wanted to join the truth of God.
I understand. What one must first realize is we have many gods, not just one. That's what one can say about this. The cross symbolizes not Christianity, it symbolizes weakness. It symbolizes a story that I can tell you. Once a son asked one of the divine if he could choose the fate of humanity. One of the divine answered that he could and asked him the question, but you can only save one. You can only save either the meek or the strong. The son wanted to save the meek, and the meek crucified him and killed him because he was denying the strong their power. Therefore, the cross symbolizes not the long chores of Christianity. It symbolizes weakness. It symbolizes what one does if one accepts the meek to rule the earth. We are the cure for this damned condition called Homo sapiens. We will create Homo superior, and we will weed out the weak, and destroy them and burn them in righteous fire. The mutant, the heretic, the sinner. We will suffer not the heretic nor the mutant to live, for there is no innocence. There is only varying degrees of guilt. That is the order. I will give you a
They
simple
can provide.
lesson. A simple lesson, Mr. White, and I hope you answer truthfully. Before you
Yes.
light the altars, which we use to bring sacrifices, our various gods require various different sacrifices. Each and every one demand their own. But I come with a question to you, so you will maybe understand the predicament. You encounter a house, and in this house you find a family, a father, a mother, and an infant child, maybe 4 years old. The infant is stage 4 mutation, very close to turning into a screamer. They are frightened of you, and father has a handgun. You, however, have one of the rifles, as I see on your back, and a backpack filled with medications and other supplies. What do you do? What is your next course of action?
I would execute, on your permission.
Aha, very well. You see, it is close to a correct answer. One has multiple ways to it, but one is definitely. The child, of course, is near stage 4 mutation. He will turn at any given moment. He will die, so you will shoot the child. Or you will shoot the father first for protecting the child, of course. Or you let the father shoot the child, of course, to make sure that he proves his faith. If not, mother and father obviously are either infected or they're hiding a mutant. Also, this would be confronted with death. Unless You want to, of course, make sure that one of them survives the ordeal, in which case I would choose to let the father shoot his own child, take his gun, shoot his wife, and then let him live, so that his strength might go on. But in any case, the child, of course, dies. Regardless, whatever your choices would be, the child would have been dead anyway. It is the choices afterwards that matter.
Would the father let the child live still if it was turned?
Perhaps he would even. Madness goes far.
Then I would kill both him and the child.
And of course, according to Doctrine Profession 113 of the Rules of Conduct in regarding the cleansing of houses, one burns down the house and the surrounding area, of course. Bystanders, who are obviously also infected by such causes, also need to be put to the wall and shot, and then burned, to make sure that they are, of course, not spreading any other forms of infection. You see, this is not an easy task. However, faith and the appropriate praise of those that demand such things is required. You see, one can say that the Lord of Blood demands it. He demands blood to be spilled of the sinner, of the heretic, of the mutant, of those who are impure, of those who are weak. Weak, I say. And we venerate his name, yes we do. And then there are other gods, and they require pestilence, death, rebirth, pain, pleasure, magic and prophecy. But none of them require more than the Lord of Blood. But these are more delicate things. In the end of it all, it's the impure, it's the weak that need to be weeded out. We are their test. We are the order. We will test them, and we will annihilate them, and we will burn them in righteous fire. That is what we are. We are the order. Venerate the church. Glory to the church.
Glory to the church. Glory to the church, because I believe in you and every word you say.
Should we give this man a chance to prove himself?
I am the faith. You are the sword. According to me, this man might have the capacity for it. As you are the one of the sword, I assume that you absolutely can judge his capabilities. I approve. From the faith side.
You said your name was White.
Mr. White, yes.
May I ask you some questions?
Yes.
Have you killed people?
Yes.
Are you good in killing people?
Yes.
Because sometimes we need to kill also the strong, because they don't believe what we do. They try to fight us. So you need to be tough if you want to survive. Have you killed females?
Yes.
So you can do that as well. Good.
I see no difference. Man or woman.
Except that the women should have been locked away in bunkers, preparing food for those who fight anyway. But that is my opinion. Please turn around and address the captain accordingly, so... Captain, could you stand in front of him so he can properly identify you? Good.
Are you trustworthy?
I am.
Alan, Cooper, Frankie,
Yes, sir.
do you have any questions for this man?
What's your weapon of choice? My favorite weapon will be Mod 16.
Not a bad
Truly.
choice. If you know how to use it. You know how to use guns.
I love guns. And I know how to use them. Yes.
I love guns as well. Father Zero, would you like to tell this guy about our helicopters which crashed on this land? This fucking island where we're stuck now.
Extraction will come soon, Captain Thorn, I'm sure, once we have our communications set up. It has to happen. You see, we came here on an expeditionary force. We had our attack helicopters. Some of them are still crashed on this island. We had the mech seals of the containers, Slit Slut. The tech priests sung hymns and songs for many weeks and months, keeping it safe, our armories, our relics, our gold and adamantium plated weapons, many of which are now scattered on this island, including a lot of the weapons that you see now. They were with us in those containers, and when we came to this island with a specific purpose that one might understand later, I came here because the veil on this island is very thin, and the infernal and other beings, spirits, are very close connected to this thrice forsaken place. However, we were hit by an EMP weapon. The automatic defenses of this island hit our helicopters. Our mech seals broke. Containers fell, including our helicopters. We lost around 80% of our men that day. It was Captain Thorn here, thankfully, as the commander of the expedition who rallied us, and we constructed the forts here for our extraction. Our naval forces will come soon to extract us. They have to be. We cannot be stranded here. It has to happen. So, we hold here and continue our glorious mission. And we require our relics. We have to get them back before we're extracted. As well as the chosen ones, Lieutenant Steve and Mindy. Their unique properties we need to extract from this island. And the rest of the island can burn in a fire of the apocalypse if I care. None of them are important. Except this, the relics. And the chosen ones. That's all we need. The rest are mere sacrifices to the gods. Blood for blood. Skulls. It does not care from where the blood flows, but it will flow on the altar.
That's why we built all these constructions, what you see around us, it's ours. Coast we took over and killed everything on it. We chopped all the woods so people could see us better. The ships and the planes, they could see us. And that's why we have red lights, so they could extract us, but we've been waiting for too long.
Way too long.
Maybe they're not coming in far.
They will come. They will come, Thorn.
Okay.
What I require, however, is a donation of blood to the god of murder and rage and the patron saint of the warrior.
Yes.
Good. Oh, Corn, Lord of blood, Lord of murder, I appease thee. Join me in chant, brothers. Skulls for skulls, blood for blood. Blood for our Lord. Yes!
Yes.
Glory to the church.
Glory to the church.